Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Speaks. Come on in here, come on in here. Class is in session. You know the routine. Come on in here. Act like you got some get right to you today because we ain't got time to waste. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. Child, I ain't even have this show even planned really for tonight. Again, y'all, so this is how I be working. I literally be like resting my nerves. I'll take my little nap. It's the secret to the beauty. I take my little beauty nap. I wake up and stuff just be popping off. It's like, what? Can I not sleep? Can I not sleep? Y'all, it goes down when I'm asleep. Rose like, listen, she ass out and we about to get it popping before she get her ass up because we know once she get a whiff of what's going on, she finna be with the shit. She finna get the diagnosing me and prescribing me more medication than I already got on record. Listen, come on in here. Y'all know how I do it. Come on in here. Hit this damn like button. We ain't gonna be all night. Listen, do what you need to do. Come on in here. Get this like, hit this like button. We got, listen, we gonna hit it from all kinds of angles. We got champagne. We gonna talk about champagne. Judge Fifi, she's probably wrapping up her live. She over there. Judge Fifi, y'all know how she do, queen of the receipts. So we gonna get into that. Tosh Mob was online. I don't know if she's still on, but listen, she not exempt either. Y'all, it's going down. The Rose said, call her a police ass B. That's what she said last week. She said her people told her, listen, I was in her chat and they were like, get a t-shirt made. Police ass B. So Rose ain't playing. Y'all remember she went to the police station a few days last week. She said it was a total of 4 times. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Like, listen, Rose has said, I'm not playing with y'all. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. So there are appointments on the books. Judge Fifi has brought all of that to light. So I got some screenshots that she said we can have. So I'm gonna share some of that with you, but you can also check out her live, be a part of the replay gang because she said a lot. Listen, Judge Fifi was over there making phone calls to Hawaii. Y'all know how she do. She called them folks. She called the police station. She called the courthouse. She went online. I went online as well. But Judge Fifi purchased some documents to get like some of the detail that we're going to get into today. So y'all don't be playing with me with the likes. Do what we need to do so we can get it popping. We can get it popping. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in here. Come on in here. Hey, PP. Hello, family. She says, hello, family. Ashley J. Hey, Chic. Man, it's crazy. To say the least, Ashley, to say the least. I saw you over there. Listen, we on a real field trip. We like Dora exploring this bitch. Like, I just seen you over in Judge Fifi comments. Like this. Listen, y'all. Child, we all gonna sleep good tonight with the way we bouncing around. It's a lot. I even communicated with Champagne for the first time. So I made her aware of what I was going to be doing tonight. Invited her to come through if she'd like. And she gave me her email address. So she and I both live here in Georgia. And I just told her, I'm rooting for her and we all are. So yeah, she said, listen, she just her words, listen, it gotta happen. Listen, it's time. I think she's at a point to where she's ready to talk to the law, talk to them folks, get her side out. So it's one of those bittersweets, but it's like, I think she's just ready to get it out, get her side of the story out to the law, to the powers that be, because she's tired. So, but yeah, so that's what I picked up from that. So we're going to get into some things over here. VP say hit the like button, hit the like button. Ariane Vice, she says, hey, family. Lil Paul says, hello. Maddie says, hi, Chic. Lisa, my mod, hey, Lisa. Lisa say, hey, Chic speaks and shatters. Listen, come on in here. Come on in here. We got a lot to cover. One thing I hadn't really done thus far over here yet is to really get into who Champagne Spinks is. So I spent a little time today over on her channel, and she has some videos up because she's had a channel for a while. From what I learned, she actually had her channel before the Rose did, but the Rose was like, listen, Beck, y'all gonna do that, we gonna do one too. And the roses, hers popped off and went to the levels that we see it today. So we're gonna go on over to Champagne's channel because I think it's time that we get to know more about who she is. I think mostly when we talk about her, it's been more so surrounding just the drama, the back and forth between her and Rose. But like, who's Champagne? Who is she? Um, so I guess we can call this like humble beginnings. I came across a video. It was like a Q&A video. There's a part 1 and 2. I went through part 1 by myself. So I'm going to go through that. We may be able to get into the part 2. But it's a Q&A with her and her husband. And she's pregnant with their second child together. But I think that makes 7 kids, that would be their 7th child. But yeah, she was pregnant. So her and Adonis has, from my understanding, she already had 2 children. He had 2 children. And then together, I think they maybe have 2 children. Child, they have like a big family, bigger than mine, bigger than mine. At the time, she said they are a party of 8. So they had 6 kids already between the 2 of them. And I think she's pregnant with 1 at that time during the video. So, child, they got a big family. They got a big family. But I want to profile her because the Rose is accusing her of harassment and all these crazy things. But I want to show her content so you all can get a feel of who she is and form your own opinions to discern for yourselves, is she this bad person that Rose is saying she is? What type of mother is she? Does she show up for her children, the children between her and Adonis, all the children? Does she show up for them in a different way than the Rose does? Listen, we're going to talk about it because we see how Rose handle business and we are not impressed. We are not impressed. But we're going to see how Champagne, how they roll over there. So come on in here. Come on in here. You crazy witch that I thought she was being sarcastic. Listen, no, because she was at the police. I'd seen her. Remember, I was saying when I would get into her live, like I would catch the playback on a couple of lives where she had literally walked to the police station and she'd end them abruptly, like while I was watching the playback. So I'd be like, damn, Rose, do you know I'm watching the content? Because it happened 2 times. And she just take the lives down. So that's why a lot of people may not know, because she'll have it recording while she's there handling her business. And then she'll like take it down and I guess private it or make it unlisted, whatever she do. But that's why a lot of people probably didn't see that content. And like I say, with her putting the content up like that and quickly taking it down, she's messing with her money. And we're going to get into these documents because she's now using that against Champagne, saying, hey, her money is being messed with because of all of this going on with Champagne. So we're going to get into it, y'all. Like, we finna be Inspector Gadget over here. We trying to make it make sense. Make sure you all, if you can, please complete the poll, because the question is, do you think Rose will have the advantage with all of this? So as of right now, Champagne does have a court date well, let me just say that she doesn't have a court date possible right now, but she has gotten documents and she is aware that there's a restraining order against her. So restraining order against her and Tashma, but Rose has a court date set for September 10th. So she has a date coming up very soon. Champagne's date, I think, is still pending, but we're going to go on over there to Champagne's channel and see what she posted, because she posted some things on her community page today. And that's what prompted me to kind of go down this rabbit hole to learn, okay, let's get to know who this woman is, because from what I've concluded, just from what I've come to see on my own, she comes off to me as a more solid parent and individual than the Rose. But I want to dig deep. Y'all know how we do over here. We're not surface. We go deep. We start asking these questions. And some people may not like it, but I made her aware what I was going to do. So she's fine with it. But yes, I told her, it's just going to kind of put her story out there. My following is bigger than hers. So I told her, it's just going to bring some attention to her page. So we're going to make our way over there. It's field trip. Y'all know how we do it. Put them permission slips on my desk, child. You ain't got your mom and daddy signature. Do it. Handle your business. Don't be telling what I be telling y'all to do. Do what y'all need to do if y'all trying to be on this road trip. No child left behind, but you will get left behind if you don't have them permission slips on my desk. So come on in here, hit that like button because it got to make sense before we leave from up over here to roll up over there. So with the likes looking like we at 30 now. Let's get them up some more. We got 88 people in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Give me a solid 50. Give me a solid 50. Give me a solid 50. Come on in. Just hit the like button, and we're gonna make our way over to Champagne's world and find out who she is, what she has said. Now, say what like, because it's a lot going on. So y'all get ready, buckle up. Get your libation, whatever it is that's gonna get you through this. This is a late one for us tonight. But listen, this was the time. I didn't want to put it off till tomorrow. And I felt like this was one I didn't want to do a walk and talk with this one. I wanted to show my screen so I can kind of show you all what the hell I'm talking about. So it was about the visuals tonight. It's the visuals tonight. So yes, hit the like button. The numbers count and growing. There's 93 people in here. Give me the 50 likes. And we're going to go ahead and move on and get started with reviewing tonight's receipts, child. Look, I say all things Spinks. We're getting to know the Spinks tonight. We're getting to know. We're putting them on the forefront because it's so much Rose, every Rose this, Rose that. Okay, damn Rose, damn Rose. We know enough about Rose. What more can we learn about Champagne? What more can we learn about her? And I feel like putting her story out there like this can strengthen her case, her supports. And I know the Rose wouldn't be here for none of this. But listen, I don't do anything over here in an unethical way, which is why I don't be having problems. Nobody knocking on my door saying, "She take that damn dude." I don't have them problems over here, child, because I'm kosher with it. I'm kosher with it. So what they say is not what you do, is how you do it. So I try to be cognizant on how I move with just every aspect of my life. So y'all, I move a little different. It's strategic, child. I don't want no problems. I'm too old for this, So yes, we're responsible over here, but we try to do everything with the utmost respect to everyone. So I welcome each and every one of you. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, I am Chic. My channel is Chic Speaks, and it's heavily mental. My focus is heavily mental health, physical fitness, soul. So listen, child, we holistic over here, mind, body, and soul. So it's about just having a clear mind, a clear head, a healthy body, presenting the best version of yourself, and child, being able to damn sleep at night. Being able to sleep at night. Are you living right? Are you living right? Are you living right? That is the question. Are you living right? The truth will set you free. And as I say, I feel like Champagne is just like ready to just get her side of the story out, present her receipts. So it's just kind of that time. It's that time. So some of you all may be able to relate when you feel like it's that time. I'm ready to speak. Woosah. So that's where we at. Let me see what my likes look like. All right, y'all. We at 64. So thank you. Please continue to hit the like button. So it's field trip, ready or not. Here we go. So first stop. We are hopping over to Champagne Spinks channel. So this is her channel. So if any of you are not familiar with Champagne Spinks, she is, let me move this off my screen. Champagne Spinks is Adonis Rose Miller's ex-husband, current wife. They're currently separated, in the process of going through the divorce, but currently they are still legally married. She is the stepmother to Rose's two oldest children, Roz and Raiden. So let's get into what she had to say today. So this is what I saw today. I woke up, get my beauty rest, and this is what I saw come up in my recommendations. So listen, it says Champagne Speaks. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully y'all can see my screen. But I'm just on her page too. So if you want to make your way over there to see it more clearly, I'm on her community page. So Champagne Speaks posted this 8 hours ago. And let me open this up. It reads, please stop with the narrative of alleged abuse against my bonus kids. I treated them with love, respect, and as my own without discipline. It's so unfortunate that I have to continuously defend my character due to one evil, wicked, obsessed, blackened hearted narcissist. This lady is going to the extreme to control the narrative. I've taken years of this, but now that I'm defending myself, I'm apparently harassing her and have a court date pending in Hawaii. So here are some, it looks like some communications that she posted between someone, not sure, but let's get into what it's saying at 12:01 p.m. It says, you have never put your hands on them boys. You can screenshot this message for proof. Maybe this is Adana speaking. I don't know. You can screenshot this message for proof. The father of Roz and Raiden have never, ever witnessed no shit like that. You love them boys. So no, it ain't Adonis then. Somebody else. I've been reading the 48 Laws of Power, and when I tell you it's so much in there, you should check it out. It helps with self-improvement work and how to deal with people like her. I'm on the 25th chapter now, and it's this chapter is all about self-reflection and knowing how to control your future and the outcome you want to be viewed. So here are some pictures that she have of the babies. Her bonus sons. These are pictures from captured when she was conducting their homeschooling. Likely it may have been like during the pandemic, my guess is, but she was doing homeschooling with the boys. This is a family photo of, all the children. They are a blended family. This is another family photo. So yeah. So remember this. So this is the woman who was supposedly harassing the Rose and being abusive and a bad stepmom to Rose's two oldest boys. So I want to lead with that and put that out there. Yes, please. It's 165 of you in the building. Welcome. I thank each and every one of you. Please hit the like button. So we have that out the way. Next. Listen, those were words. Video, keep video and listen to someone talk to y'all. Y'all know it kind of hits differently when you listen to someone speak. You pick up their energy and things like that. So that's why I really wanted to I watched one of her videos, and I wanted to learn, just kind of pick up like her energy as far as just a wife and a stepmom. So this is a video. It's not long. It's just 14 minutes, but I want to get into it. And I'm going to probably have it, maybe sped up a little bit just to move it along. But I want to get into it too, so you all can, like myself, make a decision for yourself. Come to your own conclusion as to what type of woman this is. Does it match up to what the Rose is alleging? Listen, if you're new over here, listen, we are the honor students. We use common sense. We don't know nothing. We don't know no other way to think over here. Everything is about logic, common sense, discernment, all of that when you are living or moving at the highest level, that's what you get. These are the things you do when you're kind of on a higher frequency with your thought. So we don't lower ourselves over here. You rise to the occasion over here. No child left behind. But if you cannot keep up, say we got that other school up the street for them other kids. Y'all know them other kids that used to go to that other school. They was a little different. So over here, we sharp over here. We pick it up. I drop it. The honor students pick it up. They drop knowledge. I pick it up. We work together. So welcome. So let's get into this Pillow Talk Part 1 with Champagne and Adonis.
You know that I got love for my kinfolk, my blood. Through the thick and thin, we in no matter what. I got love for my homies, my dog, the kids. We been through it all. You know that I got love.
We gonna y'all 2-part special. You got the bags, what we taking, and that is questions that y'all gonna ask.
Which you got a little nose now. Question number 1. long were y'all together? So we've been married for. We been.
I thought you was answering.
We gonna answer.
We've been married since 2018.
So 2 years. We've been married 2 years.
But today, it's New Year. Well, at 12 o'clock.
We ain't get on my nerves. We've been married 2 years, but together almost 4. What's the biggest challenge y'all had to overcome? It's been many challenges because of our age and the amount of kids we have. But the most challenging, I would say, is what's the most challenging?
I mean, we'd be really blessed for real. So
Yeah, like
I mean, we do have challenges. You know?
yeah, I'm not saying that we're perfect, but as far as like the biggest challenge that kind of like broke us, let's just say wedding planning.
Yeah, wedding planning
Oh my God, wedding planning is a lot. Like when you plan for a wedding, you really need support and really need like I don't know, you really need that support because it becomes a lot and make you want to just say, you know what, I want to go down to the court office and just be done. Somebody said, how the hell y'all manage 8 kids? Because my one runs me. First of all, baby, it's only 6 kids.
Only 6.
Including this one. Now, if you want to count Tulip, our dog, our fur baby, you can say 7. I'll take it.
That wasn't 8 kids. What?
But
where you see 8 kids in the picture at?
Yeah, I think they get confused with the party of 8.
Yeah, y'all never been out to eat, and you know.
They're like Spinks, party of 8. Spinks, party of 8.
I got count us too, man.
Yeah. But to answer your question, it's like I don't know. It became natural for us because
just gotta be on the routine, man.
Yeah.
Keep the same routine. Just.
I think with the routine, like a routine is very, very necessary when you have multiple kids or big family. Period. Like I'm not gonna say we have to run it like a daycare, but pretty much like set schedule. If you don't do that set schedule, you will go crazy. And sometimes I do have my days that's like just still my face. But that's that's normal.
There'll be a circus in it sometimes, though. You know,
but as far as like, I'm not sure if you mean like like money wise.
What was the reason?
I'm talking about with the managed 8 kids.
Oh yeah.
But as far as like money or food,
both.
Yes, Sam's Club membership. That and also like with Christmas, for example, we have a set budget for each child because if not, you would be broke. How do you manage having a blended family? Sometimes it's hard because the children have to go to the other parent, and you can't like be selfish.
Other grandparent.
Yeah, the other parent or the other grandparent or something. And like we share holidays. Well, I try to share holidays as much as I can. But that's like the hardest thing as far as like, okay, so you go here, you go there, because our son, we only have one son together and we have a daughter on the way. But he has, the same grandparents. But my oldest 2 and his oldest 2, they go separate places. So it's like, I hate that we have to split up because we honestly don't teach them I mean, they call him stepmom, but Jason's like my oldest 2, they call him dad. They've been calling him dad since Chase was 2 and Scott was 3. So. And they're now 7 and 6. How do y'all have 8 kids, somebody else said it, and still manage to have date nights, alone time, etc.? With coronavirus and everything, like, so let's just move before coronavirus. Baby, you answer so many questions, honey.
I am.
Before coronavirus, we would definitely have our times where we go to, it would just be us, like we would go to like the local bar, and have so much fun. But guess what, y'all, we be so tired. If we get a sitter, we've been ready to just stay at home.
Right. I mean, we do try to make it, try to make it our priority to do something together. Because boy,
Yeah.
having them kids, you need your alone time sometimes just to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Just chill. But I mean, we make it
Well,
work.
we do have nights where we have like movie night. Like you're not gonna play the game because we want to have movie night. And we
Welcome. Please, as you come on in, hit the like button, There's 180 of you in the building. Thank you. And I welcome each and every one of you. Welcome for those of you who may be new to my channel. And welcome back for those who are returning. Please do me a solid and hit the like button. We have 88 likes. Can we get to 100? Can we get to 100? And I will go ahead and resume this part one of this Q&A. This is Rose Miller's ex-husband and his wife, Champagne. Right now, they're doing a Q&A, and they're just talking about their relationships. And the first question was like, what was, the most challenging? What was the biggest challenge you all have endured in your relationship? My first thought was thinking about Rose baby mama drama, but they didn't say that. They went on to talk about just the wedding and all that goes into just planning a wedding and the stresses and all of that. So they didn't even kind of reference Rose as being like their biggest headache. But they're not done with this Q&A. So they are going to get into some things, and you're going to kind of be able to tell if maybe Rose has been a thorn in their behinds. So definitely pay attention to what they're saying. They talked about blended family, what it's like when the holidays come, when sometimes the kids got to be split up. But I really want you all to kind of pay attention to the energy between both parents, but in particular to Champagne, because Champagne is the one that has the upcoming court appearance because the Rose has filed a restraining order against her. So I want to kind of present her to you so you all can kind of pick up her energy and to see if this is a woman who is deserving of having a restraining order against her. Now, keep in mind, this video was like 3-4 years old. She was pregnant with her and Adonis' second child, their daughter. But the Rose is like, listen, she messing with me. I need y'all to get her up off of me. It's impacting my livelihood, and I need your help. So this is the narrative that Rose is putting out there, and we've watched her do content while at the police station last week. Well, some of us have, because she did take the videos down. I saw it briefly, but I did see it. So when I learned about, her saying, a strip Champagne talking about having, a court appearance coming up, my first thought was, I remember when Rose went to the police station. So I wasn't surprised. So yes, come on in here. Judge Fifi says, hey, she speaks. It was crazy tea. Yes. Judge Fifi did a great job as usual, just breaking a lot of things down, following the paper trail, getting on the phone, calling folks. She did a lot. It was just a lot. So, we'll talk about those things that Judge Fifi talked about today. But first I want to get into these, videos of Champagne, so you can kind of pick up like her energy from video content before we start following these receipts that Fifi kind of came across and showed on her live before I started mine up. So welcome. I thank you. We're over 100 likes. Thank you. Please continue to like the video. So let's get back to reviewing this part one of the interview or the Q&A.
Like, we do like cute little stuff around the house. When the kids go to sleep, and that comes into play with a routine. If you have a routine and you have their big head self to sleep at a certain time, then
yeah, I go back
that
into the
gives you
routine.
the mommy and daddy time. How did you know he was the one, and vice versa? I got my answer, but you can go first.
I knew that she was the one. Can we get like the truth, or like?
Give the truth, baby. Yeah.
All right, so I knew she was the one, like, on some, the emotional and spiritual level, when she met my kids for that, for the first time, she was just so loving to them.
So he knew she was the one because of her energy towards his kids. Like that goes completely against the narrative of what Rose put out there as to how she has treated her children. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Y'all, we be over here trying to make it make sense. We don't know no other way. But the fact that he didn't lead with her beauty, her booty. He didn't do none of that. He was like, listen, it was the kids for me. The energy that she had towards my children. And maybe it was a different type of energy that he saw coming from her than he saw coming from their own mama. Like it was that. And the fact that for him, it was that for him versus anything else, it lets me know, like, wow, this is a man who it's important to him as to how someone treats his children, how they show up for them, how they interact with him. Like that's a priority to him, since that's when he said that was his cue to know, like, wow, like this Miss Spinks, she it. So that stood out. That definitely stood out to me, because remember, you all, these are old videos. So what I'm saying to you is that this is pre Rose being put on the map, pre-Champagne being put on the map, or Donna's being put on the map. This is authentic. This is authentic, which is why we're just doing a flashback in time to lead up to today. Because at this point, there's no narrative, nothing out there on the internet that need to be spinned. Like this is pre-Rose being the Rose we've come to know with over 1 million subscribers. We didn't even know who the hell a Rosebud was. Like we didn't know her. So this is genuine energy right here. So please take that into an account as we continue on in this part one of this Q&A. Thank you, and I welcome each and every one of you.
And she was just, she treated them like they was her own. And, that was my big thing, had to have the kids love her just as much as I did. And it worked. And also the way she treated me, she just was down with me from day one. And we're going to get into some hood ratchet stuff. Man, it was just one time. Yeah. It was, we was leaving.
It was 2007.
It was a minute ago. So 2017 stuff like this no more.
2017 Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We was leaving my folks' house, man. Of course, I be on that, what I'm saying? And pulled over by police. Police pulled us over. You already knew what was going on. I hope the parents see this, because this might be the first time they hear it. Hey, it is. We giving y'all the raw enough, because we ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She basically held that thing down for me. You know what I'm saying? No, literally held it down. While he checked all on me, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, Donna said Champagne always been a rider for him. And that's the energy that we've been seeing over the last few weeks. Regardless of the status of their current relationship, she seems like she's just a woman that stands in truth. And it's not based on whether or not she's in a relationship with you or not, because the truth is the truth. It don't matter what her last name is, like it's the truth. And he's talking about, like, she's just always it was her energy, the way she treated him. And think about it, if people are saying that if he left the rose for her, he talked about treatment. So think about the rose and how we see her energy and how she treats how she treats Brett. So this man just said he liked how she treated him. Because we all know men are very simple, but they have him, listen, just treat me like I'm damn somebody. Show me respect, maybe cook me up something, hook me up at night. They real simple. And this man is no different. He seems very simple. And it was the little, I could say, it's the little things. It was the little things. And it was the little things that he wasn't getting before. So so it is what it is, y'all. Listen, this real. We can't make this issue up. This is what it is. This is like a flashback in time, like pre-stardom, if we want, because these people now, like everybody, they like YouTube type fame, like in the Black sector. So this is, who they were before we came to know them. So very genuine. Very nice video. So, but I'm glad this is out there, because maybe it's something they can use to support, to back their case, to strengthen their case, to show that no, she's lying that's not who we are. So, video documenting things, it can definitely work in your favor, especially when you do it right. And this is done right.
She held it down for me. I was like, hey. And that was like we were still fresh kind of, you know what I'm saying? She could have just been like, sorry, deuces. But she held that thing down for a fact. So, that was dope. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that she would be, ride or die, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, like, on a nice, sexy.
I give him whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just both ways. So it's just like, oh yeah, all y'all need too.
Me, I knew he was the one when it's two reasons. Like in the beginning, I had to have some surgery done, and I don't know. It's like in the beginning of us, I feel like if
I forgot that even happened. That's been so long ago.
If he would have, I feel like if I would have just got with somebody or whatever, and then I have surgery, I'm like, I don't have time to do what I'm saying. I was thinking, so he really like helped me out. And since we being real, I was living somewhere where it was not big. I mean, it was cute or whatever. It was decent. It was, somewhere for me in my head, but he was like, he looked around because at first I didn't want him to come in. I used to always meet him outside. But I don't know what's going on. But when he came in, he was like, we're going to get you a body. And then, I don't know what the heck happened, but I started getting money like crazy. Like, from my job, I had a raise. And we just got our personal property together. And I was like, oh, okay. And then another time, I'm gonna say like our 4th month of dating, maybe the 3rd month, we made like this goal board. It was a triptych board. And we had his goals, my goals.
That's why you think that today.
Yeah, and our goals. I was looking for it so I can show y'all, but what man just, what I'm saying? And he initiated it, so we just wrote all our goals down, and we checked off everything except for what?
Except for what?
Like, cause now, like.
The last thing was getting a house, and we did that.
Yeah, and one thing was nursing school, and I'm in nursing school.
I think my motorcycle was on there.
See what I'm saying? Like, that was. See what I'm saying? That would be.
She told me once we get a house, it's a motorcycle on the way, so.
How do you know he was ready to be married? That kind of just went with what I said. Well, I was how old was I? 23?
Yeah. I mean, if we didn't know, let me tell you what's crazy though. Because we knew we wanted to get married, you know what I'm saying? So we did it. But guess what? When we did it, all type of crazy stuff started happening.
Yeah.
Car accidents. I mean, that was really it. Just car accidents. I mean, of course, we had a little,
the other parties.
Yeah,
so,
a little beef with them. Yeah. But we ain't gonna talk too much about that. It's the Panic Down show. But
Period.
I got the sense when they got to that part that Rose was probably making things tough during that part, that they didn't bother to kind of put energy on, because Rose has her story as to how she, how Adonis, her version of how Adonis and Champagne got together. So, but they kept it, centered around them. They kept it going, but I just picked up that Rose had entered the chat at that moment, but they didn't say her name.
Our little problems and everything else, but we knew we was gonna get married because we made it all through that though. That's what made it.
Was the thing.
That's what made it.
Yeah.
Cause like we, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we love each other, all that. You know what I'm saying? But it just was all the problems and stuff that was going on.
But don't say problems.
Not problems.
Not problems amongst us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The energy we allow in, and that is so big, y'all. Like, y'all have to be careful with the energy y'all allow in. Family, friends, just be careful with the energy you allow in your relationship, your marriage, or whatever it is, even your friendships, because that energy is something serious. Like, I'm really big on that. Like.
And Amanda, you said them boys are all smiles in the pictures. Like, that's all the pictures. I'm like, I'm gonna make this one the thumbnail because I just love that picture. even though baby girl's not in that when she and her mom belly there, but I just like, this is going to be the thumbnail because tonight this video I want to make sure like this is good energy for this family. It's nothing bad or negative, and it's just about getting to know them and their family too. And just because the Rose have a million plus subscribers, it doesn't make her more valued than the next. These are people too. This is a family, and I feel like they deserve to be honored and respected too, just as Rose and the Rosebuds feels that she should. And all that I'm picking up just in this video is just a family, just a close-knit family that just loves one another and just tries to live a life drama free. And as I talk about over here, some people thrive off of drama. That's just kind of what keeps them moving. And we all see how Rose move. It's like she don't stop moving. She's constantly going. It's like her brain, like she just never shuts down. And there's a plethora of reasons as to why that is that we get into every time I go live. But I want to really make it, more of a focal on the Spinks family and showing, their character, the pictures that they've posted of their family, since she's about to have to deal with this legal battle with the Rose, because I wanted to cover this in a way that maybe no one else would. So I want to kind of make it more personable for them in this family, which is why I made Champagne aware of what I was going to be doing tonight, and to let her know it wasn't going to be anything malicious, especially since I was going to be showing photos and things of her babies. So I want to just be very respectful with how I was going to go about covering her family, because this is my first time doing it. I've talked about Champagne before, but she hasn't been like my main focal point in my content. I just kind of kept it more so on Rose, but I'm like, nah, today it was the day, it's the time to make it about Champagne. So it was my first time interacting with her, through all this was today, you all. So let's get back to the video. I thank and I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you all. Please hit the like button.
Being that my family is so big, I'm very protective over who we let in our space. No, y'all not gonna come kick it at our house if you got bad energy. If I sense the bad energy, we gone. Period. Like, because as soon as you let that energy in, it's like,
it don't matter if you let it in your car, in your whatever. If you let bad juju around you, man, that junk travel. You gotta go ahead. We always say when this bad stuff going around, let's go to our crib.
Let's go home.
Yeah, we already know our crib, but we good.
Even if it's like probably a car accident on the other side of the road, we'd be like, it's not supposed to go. Was it hard meeting his kids?
They was all young, so we
yeah, it wasn't really hard because I think number one reason why it wasn't hard because I didn't have to deal with a daughter. If you would have came with a daughter, you know how daughters are. Your mom will say, "Listen, hello, girl."
I be saying, y'all, can y'all imagine Rose having a daughter? The Lord, no, she ain't ready. She's talked about wanting a daughter, but Rose, So I felt that like a daughter gonna have a different type of energy, but don't let the mama be on some other stuff. So then she got the energy from her mama too. So praise God. It was just, if she had sons, that she had to become, bonus mom too, because I just can't even imagine a younger version of a Rose. So I think that's the reason why the Lord hasn't blessed her yet with a daughter. Rose is not ready for that. I don't care what nobody say. Rose is not ready for no baby girl, no daughter. No, she ain't even ready for them sons she got. But no, no, we're not gonna do that. No more kids for the Rose.
I would have made it hard, but it was boys, and they were young. The youngest was one.
Brayden thought that he was he was going to take over really.
He always have to say, "That's my girl, bro."
Right.
He used to force himself in my arms, like it just like I'm saying, like literally everything was so natural.
Yeah,
like, it didn't seem forced by none of the kids, by neither one of us. It was just so natural.
When we first got together, it was just me and Chase chilling. Like he
Yeah,
was in
because
school.
I did not let him meet Skylar initially because I don't know why females do that with their little girls, but I did not.
I mean, it's expected. I mean, I would question you if you did.
Right.
Just bring her around first, so you did the right thing. But I'm a great dad, regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's all natural. It really is.
Yeah.
That's from God, though. You know what I'm saying? That's a gift He gave to care and to love.
Listen, he like, I would have questioned you, looked at you sideways if you wasn't concerned about bringing someone around your daughter. So listen, men be paying attention, child. Men will pay attention, ladies, as to how you move as a woman, how you move as a mother. They are watching how you discipline your children. Like they're watching all of that because they ain't trying to hook up with nobody and make it like solid and permanent. If you got some kids, it's bad as hell. And because they can't step in and discipline, so they kind of looking and seeing like how you handle that. And then if they have plans to want to create a family, expand the family with you, they want to see, how you're going to handle their children. So they be watching. So to me, watching this content, this was like two solid, like responsible people, young, who found one that came across one another. She said, well, she was 23 when she got married. I was 23 when I got married. So she got married young. But yeah, he just seemed like the qualities and things that are important to him that he sees in Champagne. Y'all know damn well we ain't seeing none of that ish in the Rose, none of it. So when you look at Champagne and you look at the Rose, you see why he would choose to kind of be over wherever Champagne is versus the Rose. It's polar opposite. And this man, as he talks, it's like with him, he's heavy. It's heavy on the peace. And y'all, I think he a Pisces too. So y'all, they like a little quiet. They don't like all that extraness because I think that's what Brett is too. So to me, Champagne was like his calm. He just appreciated that. She was just everything that the Rose wasn't. And the Rose was like, she just couldn't deal. I'm gonna get through some more of these comments. But thank you all for being over here. Let me see. I think at one point, let me see. Tosh came. Hey, Tosh, justice will be served. Of course, it sure will. The truth will come out. Remember, the truth is the truth. So you don't need no various versions of it. The truth is always the truth. It is what it is. You don't have to memorize it and all of that. Like, it is what it is. So it's going to come out. Just speak your truth. It's no different than what any of you do on your platforms. When you have to talk to them folks, it is no different. You show your receipts and, that's all you can do. Tosh Mom says she's so jealous of my girl Pain. Like, it is what it is. But Judge Fifi said one person she did not put them folks on was her because she know better. She knows Judge Fifi got the receipts. She got all the recordings, and Judge Fifi have said she's willing to share all of that, if it's going to help you all's, yours and Champagne's case. She's willing to share that information with you all. So I think that's very nice of her that she's willing to do that. So yeah, what came out today is that she had put restraining orders against Champagne and Tosh Mob. Rose has a court appearance next month, or this month on the 10th. So very soon, she has a court appearance. And Champagne, hello, welcome. She says, hello, everyone. I was supposed to go live, but I'll resume tomorrow. Sorry. Thank you for visiting. I've never seen you over here, maybe not in the chat at least. So I welcome you and thank you for stopping by. We're a nice, healthy crowd over here. We be having some trolls come in here, but I have great mods that kind of handle that. So I just let them do what they do and we keep the show going. But Judge Fifi, like I said, she got into her receipt bag today and she made some phone calls. She started with the police station because she was curious to know if her name was on that list. if there was a if there's a restraining order against her, and they directed her to the courthouse, gave her the number to the courthouse, and she called the courthouse. And from there, I'm going to share my screen. From there, she was able to follow the paper trail of the, let me remove this comment from a screen so y'all can see. She was able to follow the paper trail of, you know, these restraining orders. So you all can kind of see it like, okay, that it is the real deal. This is the website, eCourt Kokua. So I ended up finding the website. We just did a search by Rose Miller, her first and last name. And here down at the bottom, hopefully you guys can see my screen. But at the bottom, it has Rose Miller, and it has it's got 2 court cases, one with Tosh's name on it, and the filing August 28th. Remember, she was at the police station last week. She said she'd been like 4 times already. So we do see confirmation of these restraining orders against Tosh and Champagne. Champagne is saying the next event September 10th. So it's my assumption then that's going to be what her schedule, her court date, you know, where she's expected to show up to court, I guess, to maybe defend herself. Champagne can add more in the comments if she like on that, or when she speak tomorrow. But given that we see a date, it's my assumption that this is an actual, it's going to be a court date. No record. Okay, let me see. It's not, let me. Yeah, it's my assumption that it's just a court date. I believe Fifi said from what she looked at, Rose has a court date of September 10th. So maybe that's a date for both of them to show up for. So that's that. Now I'm going to switch over to show the, let me see, how can I do this if I can show it? Hold on. Let me see if I can do it. There's a way that I can do it. If it'll let me show, or I may go on over if I can't try to show what I did. Let me do this. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. Let's do this. We'll just fast forward. Okay, so we're just going to jump back over to, because I have Fifi's channel up from, because I was listening to her live before I went live. So we're just going to jump back over to her channel to review the documents, the legal documents that she shared pertaining to this situation. So let me share my screen so y'all can see like what she was able to find with her research. So this is Judge Fifi. We're going over to her channel. So we are at her channel, Judge Fifi, the Receipts Queen. That is the full name of her channel. So let's see. Can y'all see my screen? Yes, we Gucci. Okay, so we good. This is page 1 of the legal document that that she came across. Now, keep in mind, she purchased these documents. She blurred out the lady's addresses. So she was responsible. She blurred out Champagne's address on here so we wouldn't see this. Let me pause it so you all can see. So it has boxes checked as to, you know, what these documents apply to. So it reads, petition for ex parte temporary restraining order and for injunction against harassment. This petition is made pursuant to Hawaii revised status, whatever. So number 1, the court jurisdiction, because of the petitioner resides or temporary resides, the respondents reside or harassment occurred in this division. Part 2 is based on the attached declaration of petition, an ex parte temporary restraining order to not exceed the period of 90 days for protection. So it says, you know, the ladies are prohibited in contacting, threatening, or physically harassing Rose, the petitioner. telephoning the petitioner and entering or visiting the petitioner's residence, including yard, garage, workplace. And that somebody said, listen, child, you way in Hawaii. So, but listen, so Rose got made sure she had all the boxes checked. She signed off on this document on August 27th. So that was last week. August 22nd, August 27th was, to be exact, that was last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, Rose signed off on this document. So this is probably, one of the days when she went to the police station. This sounds about right because I remember it was right after she did her breakdown. So this makes sense as far as with the timeline. But like I said, she started taking videos down, whatever. So let's continue on with this video and see the other parts of the documents that Judge Fifi gets into. So let's get into this part. Let's stop here. So this is Rose write-up. This is her write-up. And what Rose had said was, now keep in mind, this is Rose's version of what had happened. So listen up. Rose says the defendant is my ex-husband's wife. She is currently going through a divorce with him and randomly decided to come to the internet doing interviews stating that I abused my children, harassing me, sharing private phone calls that I didn't know were being recorded, blackmailing me on the internet, and threatening that she will beat me up when she sees me. Exclamation mark, y'all. She admitted that she beat me up once before on video in front of my kids, were her exact words. She's caused me to lose subscribers as I am a YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers, and she's caused me to lose money as well because she is constantly talking about beating me up. I do not feel safe. Child, Rose says she don't feel safe. Now, what she didn't include in this damn thesis that she wrote, she didn't include the parts of her intentions initially hiring Fifi to play an attorney, to do PI work, to find out information on Champagne, on Tosh Mob, even on Rose Mama. Like, she didn't include none of that, child. Like, I don't know, she forgot. I don't know, she was just preoccupied, but she didn't say a damn thing about none of that. Judge Fifi said, that's okay, child. That's okay. That's okay. Your Honor, I can fill in the blanks. All that other information that's missing that makes all of this sounds like it's crazy and it don't make sense. Don't worry about it. I got the receipts for that to bring it all together. I can bring it all together. I can put it all in a bow for you. So that's the part that Rose left out, intentionally omitted in this write-up / thesis. I call it a thesis. I call it anytime somebody just do the most and start writing up a bunch of damn craziness, it's a thesis, because Rose says she didn't go to nobody college or higher education. So this is as good as it gets. Y'all listen, this is as good as it gets. So Rose is sharing what she want to share. She's painting a picture as though she's the victim, and this is how it looks. But fortunately, Judge Fifi, she has a lot of receipts. She has a lot of recordings and things like that. To basically debunk or go against these things that she's saying. Basically, Rose got it popping, got it on a popping first. And those are the receipts that Judge Fifi has to where she can support to show that no. We're dealing with a classic case of throw rocks, hide your hand. She the one got it on and popping by giving me some people's addresses, telling me how I can find them, directing me on how I can go about researching information for them. She didn't tell you that, but that's what she did. That's what she did. And I have the proof. Just let me know when you're ready for me to present them to you. So Judge Fifi is like, ladies, hit me up. Let me know, because I can give you whatever you need. She's like, Champagne, I can be a witness for you. Listen, just let me know what you need. I got you. So this is what Judge Fifi said today on her live. You all can check out her live. It was very good, very detailed. I don't want to make this live super long because there were just different things I wanted to talk about and to cover. So I'm just giving you on just a high level of what the hell is going on. So let's continue on. There is another page of this document. And again, Judge Fifi purchased these documents. So her thing is like, Rose can try to play with me if she wants to and act like, okay, I falsified or made up some stuff, but she a whole lie, because I can show the email where these are legal documents that came from Beyonce's internet. And again, anything that's filed in the court system, you all know it's public record. So Rose may be in her feelings in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 when she learns that if she hasn't already, because y'all know she's 6 hours behind. So she's 6 hours behind me. I'm myself, and I believe Champagne. We're both in Georgia. So what is it, like 4 o'clock there? 4 o'clock there. So Rose, in a minute, she gonna be on the internet probably spazzing. Y'all know she don't sleep, but she's gonna see Judge Fifi's live, and then of course y'all know she be seeing my stuff. So she's gonna see it. So I'm just kind of backing whatever it is that Judge Fifi put out there, just in case she start messing with her, trying to have anything taken down, which I don't see how she can. But child, we got it over here too. We got it over here too. It's public record. So Rose can be pissed off all she want, but hell, people in hell want ice water. So sometimes you don't always get what you want. So these people don't want to be showing up to Hawaii having to go to court either. Clearly, it ain't about what we want all the time. So this is a document. Again, this is page 3 of this document that Judge Fifi purchased for $9, child. She paid for this with her own money. So she hasn't broken any laws or nothing. She's blurred out personal information, as you see, of our girl Champagne Spinks. So listen, it is what it is. This is the restraining order, and it's just got all the boxes checked. Listen, don't be calling. Don't be showing up to her house, her workplace, all these things that, child, she can't be doing anyway, because she is in Georgia with me. So ain't nobody messing with Rose like that. But this is just Rose's way of being just extra as hell. So she thinks she thinks she got one up. But this is just early on in the fight. We're early on in the fight. So as it plays out, we'll watch it as it plays out. But I have faith that it's not going to end the way Rose believes that it's going to end, because Tosh and Champagne plus Judge Fifi, they have their receipts too. Rose isn't the only one who has receipts. I don't even know what Rose has, because really Rose has been going off of the things that the ladies have been posting on the internet. So I don't know if she's using, my guess is she's using those things as receipts, as, see, let's look at what they said, look what they put out there. But all of these things that they've put out there, my thing is, if Champagne is a part of a story, a situation that involves Rose, she has every right to put her story out there, because it involves her. It involves her, just like Rose can put her story out there because it involves her. When you're putting out your story that involves you, it's not no he say, she say at this point. I was there, like, it involves me. Y'all see how this works? So I don't think it's going to really go down the way Rose thinks it's going to go down. But I definitely look forward to it coming to an end, so everyone can kind of have their peace. And the truth can be put out there, because Champagne's been talking, and I just feel like it's time for the powers that be to hear her side, to hear their side. It's time, child. It is time. It's time. We've been hearing Rose talk. And child, Champagne said in one of the records I heard, "Stop talking, Rose. You been talking. Shut up. Let me talk. You been talking. I got the floor now." So that's what it's about. It's Champagne has the floor now, and Rose is pissed off about it, child. She is in her feelings, because for years she's had the floor. She's had the floor because she had the bigger following, and she would use that against this woman. Well, you only got a couple of hundred subscribers, so nobody ain't gonna hear you. I got whatever I got, hundreds of thousands that morphed into millions. So basically, more people are going to hear me. I'm going to have more people ear than you. And for a long time, Champagne might have just was like, damn, she right. But listen, look at God. Somehow Champagne got linked to people who had a bigger following than her, not as big as the Rose, but bigger than hers. And it was enough for her word to catch on across the internet like wildfire and make it across the pages of people such as myself and other content creators who cover the Queen of Kings content. So collectively, think about how many um, sets of ears, eyes that sees this and hears Champagne's voice from just the at least 5 that I can think of content creators that covers Rose content. So think about all those people, and then all of our subscribers combined. A lot of us have 1,000+ subscribers, so that is a lot of people who are hearing Champagne's voice, and that's what had Rose start spazzing. I told y'all a couple of weeks ago she wasn't sleeping. She was up in the morning right after Champagne had come off of talking to Tosh and dropping in receipts. Rose was up because I was driving into work at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and Rose was going ham. That's when I said, y'all, I can't do Rose in the AM. She make my nerves bad because she was going ham because Champagne was dropping them receipts and Rose was, she couldn't sleep. She was trying to debunk them. And that's when she pulled out that document that where that Adonis signed off on for the kids' passports. Because remember, that child was telling anybody and everybody who would listen that Adonis was refusing to sign the document for the passport. And that's why they couldn't be international with it. That's why the furthest they can go is Hawaii, because Adonis is Adonis that. Champagne said, that's some effing lie. Let me show you. Let me show you. What got me is Rose that morning when I called her when she was in her negligee because she was in the mirror in this gown. And what got me is that she pulled out this folder with all her documents, her receipts. She claimed she couldn't find the original like marriage document or something, but she came across that document that Champagne showed where Adonis has signed off on the kids to get one of the sons or both boys to get the passport. Rose pulled out that same damn document. I said, I know you effing lying. Not the same original document that Champagne showed a picture of. You're pulling it out. Then she looked, y'all, it's the games for me that she played. So she pulls the document out and she's like, oh, he did sign. Oh, well, look, Brett, we can use this to get the password. Bitch, if you don't stop goddamn playing with me, that's why I said I can't do her ass in the morning. Rose, we not gonna do that. I can't do Atlanta traffic trying to take my ass into the office and hear you and watch you play epic games on this internet. I can't do it. That was the day I concluded I can't do Rose in the AM. Y'all, I could come on the PM on the back end all day long, but to be looking and listening to Rose in the AM, God damn it, I can't do it. I got my limits. That day I learned I can't do her in the morning because she was effing playing games. Why is you playing, Rose? Why the fuck you playing that you just now realize that you had this legal document to handle your effing business? This is why people be on you like that, because you play too much. You play too much. And she was playing. Ain't nobody got time to keep playing with your ass. Ain't nobody got time, Rose. Ain't nobody got, I know I didn't have time. Like, listen, she tapped dance on my last damn nerves that damn morning. She pissed me the hell off. Because I'm like, bitch, I know that ain't the form in your hand. I know you effing lying. I know you. Like, listen, I cannot let that day go. I cannot let that day go because she had been on this internet always talking about wanting to get the boys' passports and how Adonis won't sign off on the paper. And it's just like, but you've been sitting on, and here's peep game. That shit's been signed since 2023. 2023. Stop playing. And you want to play crazy. Oh, yeah, we can use this. Then somebody all in her chat talking about, I'm a notary. I can notarize it for you, Rose. And she having this, ooh, look at God type moment. Girl, if you don't stop goddamn playing, this is that part. This is why we be on Rose's ass. This is why I be on her ass. The one thing I do not like, and it's a pet peeve of mine, do not play on my intelligence. I don't like that. Like, if anybody want to know what the fuck gonna piss Sheik off, play me crazy. Don't. Don't play me for a fool, because there's nothing about me when I open up my damn mouth. Even y'all, when people look at me, they see I got this don't start none, won't be none type look about me. But damn sure, when I open up my goddamn mouth, you know you better come with it. You better be on your shit when you come with me. People know that, because I sound like I goddamn know what the fuck I'm talking about. I sound like I'm back with some papers, some letters. I don't sound like a damn fool. So for you to still try to play me, and I know what I give, that's the part that's what pisses me off. That's what pisses me off when you try to play me crazy. Do not play me crazy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And Rose tries to play with people, and that's what annoys the ish out of me. It annoys me. And that's why I come out here and I call her out. She's exhausting. I've picked up a long time ago, early on, the Spinks, they're tired of her ass. I used to wonder, damn, why Adonis ain't got his kids? Is he not fighting enough, like hard enough? You can't give up. But then when I started listening to Champagne tell her story, and it was one day she was talking, and it was probably the last time I heard her talk, maybe like a week or two ago. And that woman said, y'all, I'm tired. I can't do it no more. Y'all give me information. Y'all told me where her address is. I passed it over to Adonis, but I can't do it no more. And I was able to feel that, because sometimes you just got to bow out. Like, because sometimes it'd be a lot. And even though she's still married to Adonis, she's separated and they're trying to go their separate ways. She tapped out. And I can't be mad at her, because I've heard her story, and we cannot say this woman has not given the proper amount of energy when it comes to her stepchildren, or who she called her bonus children. She got the receipts to back it. She got receipts to show her quality of parent on a level that Rose ain't even got. So this woman is tired, and I don't look at her any type of way for being tired. I don't judge her for that. Listen, child, y'all know how the way these nerves set up, the fact that she was able to hang in there as long as she was, y'all, let me tell y'all about me and how I don't do drama. My personality is to throw the whole damn man away, the whole family away. I would have bowed out a long ass time ago, because I don't do, I'm just not built that way. I'm married. So listen, I'm a runner, a track star. That was me. That was me up until just being married, where I had to stop running, because I don't like drama. So listen, I will just bail an entire situation to keep from being in drama. So being married, I've been married, October 1st will be 20 years. I've learned what it is to endure things. Fortunately, my husband and I, we didn't have any children. We'd never been married before. We didn't have any children outside of one another. So we built our family together. But that don't mean, child, I didn't deal with some shit, when you're dealing with, in-law, siblings, sister. Listen, child. So I had to learn, what they say, when you marry a person, you marry their family. And so I had to learn, what it is to kind of work through things and not be ready to leave every goddamn body. Listen, I'm about to take my child, we get the hell on, because what I'm not going to do is your goddamn sister. I know about that. So I've had to have those conversations and just kind of chill and not just be like, F that, I'm gone. So the fact that she stuck around the way she did with the damn Rose, shit, listen. So what I'm not going to do is tell her, no, you need to be doing more. You need to be doing that, because she sure the hell did a whole lot more than me. I'm just going to put it out there. Ain't no fucking way. The way these nerves set up, and I'm a Scorpio, y'all. So if y'all familiar with that kind of energy, we're at 0 to 10. I ain't got no middle. I'll be practicing. I'm still working on trying to find what the hell a middle look like for me, because I go from 0 to 10. It's damn what it is. If y'all who are familiar with my channel, y'all know how I roll. It ain't no fucking, it's which way you want it. It's either 0 or 10. We ain't got no damn 5. 5's not an option. We have 0, we have 10. Which one you want? So that's what you get from me. So this woman, the fact that she done hung in there the way the fuck she did, child. Child, I would have been said, fuck that Adonis. You know what? Baby, I can't do this shit no more. I can't do this shit no more. Me and these other kids finna be over here. We can even probably move next door to you. But we not gonna do, I can't be over here and a part of that. I can't do it because I gotta protect my peace. And it be the mental health. And so many people allow other people for whatever reason to put their mental health at risk. And that's what I talk a lot about over here is what it looks like to finally put you first, to finally get to that point, be like, "Fuck that, I can't, I choose me. I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more." So, and that's fine when those days come. And I feel like that's where Champagne has come. It's her season where she's like, you know what, I can't do it no more. I choose me. I choose me. And the only thing that we can do, or anybody can do, Adonis or anybody, is to respect that. And I respect that. And I have no room to say, no, you need to be doing more, because I done already told you I wouldn't even, the fact that she done put 6 years into it. Hell no. Mm-mm. Not I said a cat. I wouldn't been able to do it. So sometimes what they say, only the strong can survive. Y'all know it's bad when Rose got exes, and it's a history of exes reaching out to the current situation to say, bruh, baby, get your kids. The fact that an ex can reach out to another ex to have a conversation about y'all mutual person and what's going down with children, like that just lets you know that this issue is on a whole nother level. It's on a whole nother level. It's on 10. It's on 10. Rose on some other stuff. Rose is on some other stuff. And I like to believe that the vast majority of people who come across Rose content, regardless of what Rose subscriber account look like, they do see that Rose is on some other stuff. The Rosebuds just choose to not call her out on it. Because I always say, you find your tribe and you're going to gravitate to the like energy. So Rose has people who are gravitating to her who are like-minded people just like her. So they just echo her foolishness. They fight her battle because she comes onto this internet as a damsel in distress. So her followers are like, don't worry, Rose, while you're over there looking, we'll go fight your battles and that. But they don't take acknowledgement of the fact that she's getting stuff going herself. They don't want to see all that. They'll come over here and tell me, well, she got some mental stuff going on with her, but go talk to her. No, I'm not a fucking rosebud. I ain't never been a rosebud. Before I even put my first video up on her in July, I wasn't a rosebud. I've never subscribed to that channel. I've never put a comment on that channel. I've never been in her chat making a comment. I ain't never doing no such thing. So don't look for me to do a damn thing when it comes to going over there. How about you take your ass over there to her chat and comments, and you tell her ass to get her ish together and point out that she got some mental things going on. Don't tell me what I should be doing for her. No, that is not my job. It's not my job. We're all responsible for the upkeep of our own mental health. That is our responsibility. It's not even a responsibility of our partners. It's not the responsibility of our partners. She leans on Brett a lot. She say maybe he her calm because y'all know she worked the hell. She damn sure ain't his calm. But still, is it fair to him to have to continue to absorb that energy time and time again? Time and time again. No, it's not fair. Rose isn't responsible because she has a village. This world is built around with people enabling her, coming up with reason and excuses as to why she does what she do. And that does not serve anybody any good when you do that. That don't even serve your kids any good when you do that. You got to call it like what it is. If just like with your kid, if your kid's doing something that ain't right, you got to correct them. What they say, rear them in the way in which you want them to go. You got to correct them. You can't condone them regardless on how cute they are. That the fact that they your kids, that ain't how this shit work. That ain't got nothing to do with looks, ain't got shit to do with what's right or wrong. Call these people out. You got to call people out. That is the only way that you see change. And Rose's behavior is rooted in her childhood. Y'all, if y'all new to me, I have a background. I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. So, child, I'm a believer that the shit that we as adults present today is rooted in what we went through as a child. what we did or did not receive as a child. I've analyzed Rose on like several occasions. I've analyzed the mom. I've watched the mom's, interview. She had an interview. I reviewed that. You can check out my content when I reviewed that. But Rose ish goes back to childhood with her feeling as though her mother and father did not show up for her in a way she wanted them to show up for her. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So Rose is still mentally stuck at like 12. Whenever her mama jumped ship, left daddy, Rose left. Rose is still stuck there. Mom left dad because dad was physically abusive. Rose had this mentality as a young child, was like, okay, but still, that's okay. We can still stay in this. Like, this was her mind as a child, because already at such a young age, she learned how to block out things. So her mindset was, okay, well, so what? It's okay. My life is perfect here. I got my gymnastics. I'm with my daddy. It's okay. We should still be able to still stay together. And the mom's like, no, Rose, we can't do this. And Rose ain't been right ever since, because Rose is like, God damn it, if I can block this ish out and act like it's all roses, she got the perfect name, that everything's is, she look at things through glass roses. Why the fuck can't you do it? Mom, why can't you do it? Rose has been upset with her mom ever since her mom got tired of living a lie. There are so many people who are okay with living an effing lie because they're afraid to do something different. They're afraid. So Rose got upset when the mom got to a point of like, I can't do this no more. Now, mind you, Rose has a whole sister, older sister, who is taking notice of bruises on mom. Rose didn't never acknowledge seeing nothing, but y'all can't convince me that Rose didn't see no signs that her mama was getting beat on if the sister was. Rose blocked it out. So that is a thing. That is a thing. So any of you, some of you, as can probably go back in time as a child and think of traumatic experiences and how you may have handled them. Some of you may be parents. Think about things that maybe your children have seen and how they may be handling them. But what happens is that from a safety standpoint, a child can just block out things. Like, think about this. Like, think about maybe being in a time, say, in your childhood, ish was popping off. It was getting funky. But you remember, say, going in your room, maybe turning the music up loud, putting your earbuds in, going outside to just go ride your bike. But you remember doing something to take your attention off of what the fuck was going on, because you knew what was going on, but you had to find a way to zone out in order to function, because you're still a child now. But you got all this crazy ish happening where you don't know what to do because you a child. You just trying to live. So Rose, what I've concluded, she was that child that was trying to live. And so she was just trying to block it out. Like, okay, well, let me just keep going to my gymnastics practice. Let me just fucking keep flipping. Let me just go to my friend's house. Because yes, stuff ain't right over there, but that's okay, because I'm able to I can go to my friend's house. I can go ride my bike. I can go do cartwheels and flips and shits and learn and do the splits. Because y'all know she bad when it comes to, contorting that body and, spreading them legs. She can do that damn thing. Rose been doing that as a child. That may have been her way to check out, to zone out. Gymnastics was her safe haven. That was her safe haven. Some of you may have had safe havens when you've gone through some type of trauma in your life, or even right now where you have something that you turn to that helps you to not think about the effed up shit that's going on. This was Rose as a child, and this is still her today as an adult. As I say, that just because you choose to not deal with something, whether you choose to not talk about it, see it, whatever, that don't mean a thing ain't a thing just because you choosing to not speak on it. I don't know who might have told you that. That ain't how it works. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. You still have to heal. You still have to deal with it. And you deal with things by talking about it, by addressing it head on. So Rose don't know what it looks like to deal with things head on. She don't know. So she's still stuck. She's still this hurt, broken young girl. And now she's a hurt, broken young woman. She's about to be 30 years old in December. So she ain't that damn young, but she's a young mom. She's still young. but she's old enough to know better. She's old enough to know that at this point, regardless of what her mom or dad did or didn't do to her or how they didn't show up for her, it's your responsibility, Rose, to show up for yourself and to make it do what it do, whatever that is, however you want your life to be. It's your responsibility. It's no longer on what you didn't get from your mom and dad. That only goes so far. I understand what you're saying as far as what you didn't get from mama and daddy. But what I'm saying is that we can't sit on that as an excuse as to why we don't move forward. You have to move forward. You cannot be stuck in the past. I'm not saying you are to forget the past. I'm saying you can't be stuck in the past. There is a difference. You have to effing move forward for your own mental sanity, for your own growth, for your own family, for your own children, for your own relationship. You're doing this for you. This healing, this is for you. This ain't got nothing to do with the mama Lenarda, her daddy. This ain't got nothing to do with Champagne. This ain't got nothing to do with Adonis. Rose, this is for you. What does healing look like for you? What does it look like for you? And that's what Rose needs to stop and deal with. And maybe she can't do all this on her own. And I don't expect her or any of you to do on your own. But what I expect for you to do is to do the research, to look for the resources that you need to get the help you need to help you navigate through all this. Because I know shit, y'all, but I don't expect you all to know this stuff. That's why I teach. I call y'all the honor students. It's about learning, because I don't expect anybody to know what I know. I know what I know from life experience, and I know what I know from education. Got a lot of education, a lot of life experiences. So I merged them two together, and this is what you got. Chic speaks. So if you stick around long enough, you can learn a goddamn thing or two. It's up to you. It's up to you. But what I'm saying is that it's no excuse to sit in, I don't know. There's no excuse. What do you do when you don't know? What do smart people do when they don't know? You seek out answers, right? You don't just sit in the, I don't know. Remember, I encourage all of you honor students, ask questions. Any of you new here, I encourage people to ask questions. I've always been that person. I ask a lot of questions. That's why I know a lot of shit, because I ask a lot of damn questions. I want to know, child. I don't like sitting in the unknown. I want to damn know. Help me understand. Help me help you. Listen, let's work together. And that's what has me to come on this platform and hit this live button, because I don't always have the answers. And when in this chat is so active, and there's so many smart people that come on over here and they drop their thoughts and their knowledge and things like that. And then I'm like, bet I learned so much, as I know you all learn from me. We learn from each other. And that's why it's such a beautiful corner that we have here on the internet and on YouTube. This is a great space, because it's not about bullying. Some may say, oh, I'm biased against Rose. Yeah, okay, I am. Her ass need to get her shit together. She do. And as I said, I'm not a goddamn rosebud. I'm not. I've never been one. So, okay, so we'll leave that. Y'all don't have to say that no more. It is what it is. Rose need to get her shit together. So I don't know what you want to categorize that is, because anybody who needs to get their shit together, I'm going to call it out, because you got to move forward. I don't like people who just sit stagnant. What the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? So anybody who comes in my space, my circle, I'm going to encourage you and motivate you to move forward. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. As long as you wake up, you got breath in your lungs. That's another day to keep going. Whether that's getting your mental health together, getting your body together, whatever the fuck it is, you got to keep going. That is the only way you get results. I don't know no other way. I always sound a live child. Drop in the comment. Let me know if you know another way to get results, because I ain't figured that shit out yet. All I know is to put that work in. All I know is to put that work in. And Rose is not exempt, regardless of how many subscribers she has. She's not exempt from putting the work in. Do the work, Rose. Do the work. The work doesn't consist of you going to the police station reporting people. The work consists of you getting healing from within. And if you feel like you don't know what that looks like or how to do that, be responsible and book you an appointment with a therapist, a psychiatrist, somebody who you can talk to, who can help you and provide you those tools you need to cope. They're called coping tools. They're coping tools as counselors. So I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling, which means that if I wanted to be a whole therapist out here, have a practice, let y'all asses come sit on my damn couch and charge y'all whatever I'm gonna charge y'all, I can damn do that. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to take on all those energies that comes with that. I'm at a season in my life where coming off of the pandemic, that's just not what I want. I prefer to talk with people and help people as I just encounter them in just my everyday life, whether it just be on the street, my neighbors, coworkers in the office, YouTube. I just like communicating and helping people in this realm because to me, it has me to feel more in control over the energies, if whether or not I want to take on energy at any given time, because if I were to be a therapist and accept appointments, child, I got to show up every day. Y'all paying money. Y'all done booked them appointments just like any other regular doctor's appointment. I got to be there. I can't be like, oh, shit, I cannot deal with Lisa and her shit today. I can't do it. I can't do that. This is not how it works. I have to still show up. It can be draining and exhausting. And the one thing that they teach us in school is that, listen, as a therapist, psychiatrist, it will behoove you to have your own therapist or doctor on deck because life be like, it gets full and you're taking on all that energy. So you're going to need someone to talk to as well. We sometimes need somebody to talk to as well. So I understand that. Rose is a lot, and I don't even deal with her energy coming directly on me because I'm not in front of her talking to her directly. Child, I would be able to do it wearing my counseling hat, but I've said already, I wouldn't be able to be friends with Rose because she's too much. But from a therapist client relationship, child, yes, I would do it. But she would be a lot. She would be a lot. She would be a lot, but I would be able to do it because, child, she needs some damn help. But given that I'm not in the field to be doing that, I can't do it. She's going to have to go and, to a licensed person to help her out. And I strongly recommend that she do that like ASAP because she got a lot going on over there. And we see it. The world see it. We don't sugarcoat it. We call it out. A thing is a thing. It is what it is. Regardless if you got Amazon hair on, you got the buzz haircut, whatever you looking like, it don't matter. If you ain't well, you are not well. And Rose isn't well. She's not. She isn't. And I've talked many times on my lives about how she can go about getting help. And, people are like, well, can you talk to her? I mean, I could talk. Rose is that person. I wouldn't reach out to Rose to try to talk to her. If Rose were to hit me up and want me to talk to her, I'll talk to her. But if Rose don't take heed and take action to the recommendations I make, that conversation is going to be very short-lived because y'all remember, I don't do nonsense. What you're not going to do is waste my time. You're not going to waste my time. So if I feel like I'm talking to the damn wall, I'm just going to stop talking to you, period. I'm just not going to talk to you. But that's how it would be with her. But yes, so I have the education to be a therapist. A psychologist is just someone with a doctorate. I have a master's, so I would have to go to school for another couple of years to get my doctorate to be a psychiatrist. And then with being a psychiatrist, you can do the actual formal diagnosis and prescribe medication. As a therapist, I would not be able to do the formal diagnosis. I would have to refer out to the psychiatrist. They would basically read my notes. So for example, if I say, hey, yeah, this patient, they're exhibiting symptoms of depression. These are the symptoms that they're showing. This is my reason as to why I feel like, they need to receive a certain type of medication. I write it up. And then the psychiatrist would then read the notes, be like, oh, okay. And they sign off on it. Like literally that is the only difference. That's the only difference. Kind of like how a nurse is to a doctor. Y'all, the nurse be the one doing all the work, right? But the doctor make all the money. It's the same thing. So just me, I would be equivalent to say the nurse to the doctor. So, but just for you all, if you want to understand what the difference is. So I just have the education of a therapist. Yep. But I am not an acting therapist. I do not have my license active to practice therapy at this time, but I can at any time if I choose to. But child, and then covering Rose, she a damn lot between Rose and then my own family. Child, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not motivated to want to even do it on that level for them. I'm just not. Like, it's a lot. Like, people in your regular life, just it's a lot. So to have to rely on being able to eat by having to listen to all these people's stuff. Like, I'm like, nah, I've passed. But the good thing about it, I have my education in it, so I've learned a lot, so I can still show up and be a help to those, like I said, who I encounter. So it wasn't a waste, because shit, I know this shit that I talk to y'all about. It's just that I just don't use it in a career. I use it when I choose to use it. Um, when I come across people I just care about. And it don't take much. If I see somebody in need, y'all, I'm gonna help you. That's just me. I'm just naturally a helping, giving person. And Champagne, that's what you all see that's coming out as it comes to her story. I wanted to present her in a way that I had seen that she hadn't been presented yet. I wanted to humanize her and her family, to show, yeah, like they just another hardworking family here in the beautiful state of Georgia, just like me and anybody else, trying to make it do what it do. She ain't no different. Like, she's just a regular person, a beautiful regular person. Rose is jealous of her. Rose is jealous of her, starting, I'm going to say, with from the aesthetics. We just gonna call it thing to thing, because we know Rose is color struck. She's a color. We know all that play out, how that all that is. And I feel like when she looks at Champagne, Champagne is everything that she's not. And Rose does not like that. Rose does not like that. Nope. She doesn't like it at all. She's very bothered by it. But child, get over it. It's been how many years? 6+ years? At what point do you let it go? At what point do you let it go? I mean, she can't seem to let it go. So again, that's because of all the deep rooted the traumas and the things that she's dealing with. She can't let it go. And Champagne just happens to be somebody that's catching a stray from that, her and Adonis. Rosie down is really upset with her family. So anybody else can get it, child. Champagne said nearly 8 years, child. You a damn trooper. You a damn trooper, Champagne, because I would have been tapped out probably about 6 years ago. I probably would have gave one and a possible. We would have been playing spades up in this bitch. Two and a possible, child. I would have been holding on with a ring, on a wing and a prayer. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. That was a lot. That man would have been begging me to be trying to stay over, buying me bigger rings. Not that he wasn't over there doing all that, but that's a lot. And and he can't act like, and he knows a lot. I'm sure, like, even when you did your announcement saying y'all was going, separated and all of that, I get the sentiments that this man knows that Champagne, you've been holding on in a way that many probably wouldn't have. And he's appreciative that you held on for as long as you did, because he probably knows that the average person, the average woman, wouldn't have done what you did. Hell, if he honest with his fucking self, if the roles was reversed and he was getting all that work from your kid's daddy, he probably would have been bowed out. He probably, because y'all know them, they ain't built like us. He probably would have bowed out. So I think that there is a level of respect that he has for you sticking around as long as you have, because I don't think most would have done that. And not stuck around in a way to where they wouldn't have turned the energy to a negative energy towards the babies. So the fact that you stuck around and you still showed up for his babies in the way that you did, I feel that you will always have this level of respect from him. He respects you as a woman just for that. So if you're like, listen, I got to go, I got to do something else, I feel like deep down he's like, yeah, I got to let her do it, because she's held me down from the time when I got pulled over by the police officer. And when she held me down the way she did, she been holding me down all these years. He ain't crazy. He's not crazy. Champagne said, yes, we still speak daily, and he always reminds me of how thankful he is for me. Listen, I know my shit when it comes to people. I study behaviors. I know that I can just tell how he communicates with you, that he respects you, and that he knows the background in a way that none of us know. He knows what you've been dealing with. There's no other way for him to show up for you other than how he shows up for you. Because of how you showed up for him and his kids, the work that you was putting in. When you said, I heard you say, I was the one doing the leg work. I can't do it no more. I just passed it on to him. He knows there was probably moments where you was the one putting the energy more so than him. That's what it is. That's how it is with a woman. We will work when it comes to certain things in a situation, especially when it comes for our family, in a way that a man won't. A man can go outside and make that money to bring home to keep the household, but like this emotional type shit, this shit you doing, man ain't trying to deal with all that. He like, shit, I'm hungry. I'm about to go to bed. I ain't finna deal with this shit. And we like, what? Like it's bigger than that. We like, what are you talking about? It's bigger than that. What you mean? You hear what she said? You hear what she said? You see what she did? So like we don't let shit go like that long. And so the fact that say even with say you been with a man and say if he had a certain energy sometimes it didn't you didn't feel like matched yours and what you wanted it to, and you stuck around. So he will forever be grateful for you. And I would never be one to speak bad on you and to say what you know, any woulda, coulda, shouldas, or whatever you did, because you did a lot. And I feel like you did more than what the average woman would have done in your situation, because the rose is a lot. You got people who are backing off of YouTube, slowing down on their content because rose is a lot. So some people like, I'm bow out. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. But then you have people like you who were fighting and be like, F that. I'm strong. I don't care. She ain't finna run me off. So you did it for as long as you could. And I see you and I recognize it. And I'm speaking on it. I'm speaking on it. You are seen. You are seen. Champagne, I listen to people talk to where I can put stories together and feel the sentiments, because people is my stuff. I study people. I study behaviors. And I've listened to you enough, even though you didn't know who I was, but I follow Tosh Mob, and I came to know her from when Rose did her interview on Tasha K's channel. And it was talks about, you know, Rose said she had someone's channel taken, and that's how I came to know Tosh Mob. So I, you know, went in her comments, showed her support, and told her I was going to share her story on my channel. Because at that time, I had probably was just getting to a place where I had my 1,000 subscribers monetized, and Tasha had reached that place, but it got snatched away just as quickly as she got it. So I wanted to share her story on my platform, which she was appreciative of. So we kind of been, you know, showing one another support since then. So I came to know who you were from her, but I was just kind of listening because, child, Rose so damn exhausting. After I do my lives, I don't be having it in me to really go and just be really active in someone else's live about Rose. Child, it'd be a goddamn lot. But I would listen to your story because I want to understand. I listened to understand. And I knew there had to be another side. And for years, Rose had the advantage of not having another side to be told. And that day has come and it is gone. And that's what has her losing it and spazzing, and she can't sleep at night because it's no longer her voice. Her voice, it's like Champagne has entered the chat and you haven't stopped talking. And Rose is like, oh my God, why don't she stop talking? Shut up, stop talking, stop talking. And you kept talking. And the more you talk, the more I'm putting it together. This shit makes sense. Because remember, I'm not no dumb bitch over here. I'm very smart, very intelligent. And a lot of it is common sense, y'all. It's not, I got education, but child, a lot of this shit is just common sense. And as I listen to your story, I'm like, this damn woman ain't damn. Like your story, it made more sense than any of the shit that we heard from Rose. And what got me once is when you said, if you didn't know better and you weren't a part of the story, you would be like, damn, Rose, that's effed up what you going through. Because Rose has a way of reeling people in. And you said, if I didn't know better and I wasn't part of it, she'd have me too. She'd have me too. So child, listen, it didn't take much with me hearing you talk for me to know Rose was on some damn bull. So I just stayed on her ass. And today, I decided to just highlight you and who you are, since Rose and took it to a whole nother level, that it didn't need to be taken. So I'm like, that's all right. That's all right, Rose, do you, but you can't control nothing over here. So I know I got my following and I'm growing. So Champagne, that's why I'm like, listen, child, I knew with me talking about you is going to bring attention to you. You're part of the internet, your channel. You're going to grow, and I was happy to be a part of that because it's a lot of people that tend to watch my videos on Rose. Child, they don't want me to talk about nothing damn else but the goddamn Rose. So your name is definitely put out there. This video gonna get a lot of views because they get views. They like for me to talk my issue about Rose, but I talk about it from like a mental health standpoint. So it's very educational over here. So I'm glad you came through, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And I hope that you were happy with how I covered you and your family, because it was just about letting people know that you're a real one. And F with whatever Rose saying, you solid over here, you solid over here, and we see you. We are in your corner. I will continue to report on Rose. Um, I will continue to report on whatever it is that you have to say about going on out here. I will continue to do all of that. I will continue to do all of that on this channel because it's about getting the truth out. And just because Rose opens her mouth and talks, that does not equate to that to being the truth. Like Rose truth, no. Y'all better fact check. Most of the stuff Rose talk is just lies. That's what I've come to see. There's nothing she said, and then I hear your version, and I'm like, yeah, Rose on to something. Nah, I ain't never had that moment. None at all. None at all. I've never had that moment. Champagne says, you're so beautiful, and I love your locks and your energy. Thank you, Champagne. Thank you. I think you're beautiful too. I love your energy. And I wish you the best of luck with all that you have going on, because you're going to need, the love, support, the prayers, as you endure this battle with her, because she's a lot. But I feel like if you hung on this far for 8 years, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. But yeah, she just wasn't ready. You just had her shook. She just wasn't ready. In the words of Kevin, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. Rose wasn't ready for the champagne. She wasn't ready. And yeah, it's been up from there. It's been up from there. So get ready, Rose. Get ready. You got champagne to be dealing with. You got Tashma. Fifi says she ready too. Child, y'all what they say in the words of the late Nipsey Hussle. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So y'all, everybody, stay ready. Stay ready. WV, welcome, welcome, welcome. She says, can we take a moment and pray for all the victims in today's shooting? Yes. So background on that, I live in Georgia. I live my neighboring county where all this took place. It's just right next door in the county where my sister lives. And the school and all of that is her community school, right across the street from my niece's daycare. It was a lot going on in the area. So it was like multiple schools that things were like with alerts and things like that. And one of the schools was like across the street from my niece's daycare. But yeah, it's just right in her community. So I have my sister that lives there and my husband's cousin who lives in that community. So all this child was popping off in their community today. And my other girlfriend, she was saying her friend also lives in that area, and her son is a student at the high school where everything went down at. And he called his mom. She was at the gym at the time when he called her. So she rushed over to the school. He was able to come outside and meet her outside, coming from out of the auditorium, because they had all the kids rushed to the auditorium. And he told her he's seen blood in the hallway. And yeah, she was like, she was blocked in at the school because she got there before like everybody else got there. So then by the time, because she lives like 3 minutes from the school, but by the time, she wanted to leave, it's like she was just blocked in. So she probably was going to have to like walk. I don't know if she ended up walking home from the school and leaving her car because she was like blocked in from what my friend was saying about her girlfriend and her story. So what I say all to say this, like, all this happened in my community. This was in my area, my neighboring town. And yeah, it's just right there, just, I guess, 20 minutes away from where I live. Yeah, so it's real. My kids, I have 2 kids that are still, I have a 19-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 14-year-old. So my 19-year-old is in college. So he's some hours away, but my 16-year-old, my 14-year-old, I did text them because they're in a high school that's nearby where everything was going down at. And, text them to see if they were good. They were, I got a response back from them. But yeah, it's been a pretty eventful day for my family as I've been in the family group chat talking about everything that was going down because, like I said, it happened in my sister and another family, my husband's cousin community. Like, this is their local community. This is their local school where all this happened at. So, yes, if you all can take a moment just to say a prayer for those who were victims of the shooting. One of them was a young Black boy I've seen a picture of. He was an autistic young man. He was autistic. And then one of the people who lost her life was a teacher. There was a teacher who lost her life. And then there was others who were injured. So it was a full day today. It was a full day today. So I left the office early today, and that's with the information. My sister, as she was heading home from having a medical procedure done, and her plan was to go home and rest. And as she's driving, she said all the police cars, ambulance, everything was just flying past her. So that's how she came to notice, like, oh my God, something's going on. And lo and behold, it was going on right around her. Like, so here it is, instead of her going home to rest up from having this outpatient procedure and being in pain and picking up her prescription, she's now thinking about her children because there's activity popping off at the school across the street from the daycare of my niece. So it's just like, okay, you got the mindset, I need to go home, lay down, get myself together. But then you got to switch gears and you're wondering like, oh my God, now do I got to go pick the kids up early? So, so it was a lot. It was a lot. So all this ish that Rose got going on, it's so many other things that's going on in the world that really matters. That's what I'm saying. That really matters, to where we have to pick and choose our battles. We have to pick and choose our battles because some of this ish that we sweat is not that it's not that serious. You really got to put things in perspective. And today is definitely one of those things for you to really do some soul searching and put some things in perspective and really think about, like, what are some things that you really losing sleep over? Is it that serious? Rose bring on a lot of ish on her own. She can simply just log off the internet and be good. But no. That's not an option with that thing. That's not an option. She has an issue with trying to control things. That is Rose's problem. She wants to control things. But here's the thing, and I talk about over here on this channel, what we cannot do is control other people. We cannot do that. We can be an influence onto them, but we can't control them. We only can control ourselves. And when you focus on controlling yourselves, guess what? A lot of times that have an impact on those around you, to where you'll start to see those around you moving differently because they're moving off of your energy. Remember, everything's energy. Like attracts like. So I always like to leave my, lies. I say, show up into the world as a light on which you want to be shown onto you. So basically that means that be that energy, be that love out there to the world that you want shown onto you. You want that love shown onto you, that light. Be that. Show up as that. Show up as that. And in turn, I assure you that is going to show up onto you. And that's what Rose needs to do. She needs to change herself, her inner spirit, so she can start to get different results. Because that's how the results come. When you focus on you, it's so easy to point the finger. You did this, you did that. We all can do that. But the hard part is pointing the finger at ourselves, going within and concluding as to what we did, what our role was in the situation, how we could have done something different. Like, we don't really do that enough. Do that, like that inner work and that soul searching, when really a lot of times that's the solution. It's not about the outward, because you can spend a lifetime looking for fulfillment and happiness to be provided to you from people on the outside, which is what I feel Rose does when it comes to Brett, the people outside in the world. She's looking for everyone to move a certain way. And her expectation is that in turn, it impacts how she feels. But the reason why she's not feeling any differently is because that's not how it works. That's not how it works. How you feel don't have anything to do with like what's going on with the other person. It's you. When you're good within you, regardless of what the hell they got going on, you good within you. You just gonna move around and not even be bothered with that. So when you know, when you know, and life starts to feel like it's not so challenging when you have these basic understandings that all along you have the power. Sometimes you got to move around. Champagne says she's going through a divorce. Champagne had to move around. She had to move around. Sometimes that it's just that I got to move around. I got to do something different. Definition of insanity is continue to do the same thing, expecting something different. Move around, do something different. I challenge each and every one of you, move around. If something's not working for you and it's not serving you, move around, do something different. Give it a try. So many people are afraid and fearful to do that for whatever reason, whether it's failure, like disappointment, I don't know, but do it. Just do it. Just do it. Because if you want better, you will have better. I like to say, whatever you think in your mind, you true, regardless whether it's positive or you're right, regardless whether it's positive or negative, because you are your thoughts. So if you're thinking negatively, you're going to have negative results. If you're thinking positively, you're going to get positive results. So you are what your thoughts are. Rose don't have good, healthy thoughts. She don't have good, healthy thoughts. So that's why she just always in some damn mess. And she be walking around in damn circles, wondering what the hell didn't happen. What didn't happen? She's bringing it on to her. She's bringing it on herself. Rose could have been healed a long time ago if she wanted to. Missy says, Champagne, you're going to be fine, child. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And I agree. Monique said, a control freak. My son is going through this with a narcissistic control freak and will not let him see his baby because she wants his phone number to be abusive. Yeah. When you seen one, you see them all. You've seen them all. Shelly Young says Champagne is beautiful and she's a great mom and she has some sense. She acts like an adult and just love her accent. Yeah, like Rose, like darkness can be threatened by light. Darkness can be threatened by light. Rose can just be very threatened by Champagne because she's just an opposite of what she is. And Adonis chose to be where the light is. She's a light. You see that. We saw in the video we reviewed together. We see the energy, and that's what tonight was about. I wanted to reveal her energy so you all can discern, like, what type of woman is this? What kind of energy? What does she own? What is she on? And that was my intent for tonight's live. Toya Key says Rose needs to soak in a bathtub with some holy water. Jesus. Shelly say, Yolanda, amen. Yolanda says, my prayers are for the horrible tragedy that happened today. Yes. Monique says, chic bread is a whip. You are right. I tell his ex change herself and stop trying to control everything and everyone. Rose is just like her. Yeah. You can, like, it's easy, it's narcissistic behavior, but you just have some people who are so addicted to trying to be in control. And I think with Rose, her wanting to be in control again is rooted from childhood because she wasn't able to be in control back then during that time when her parents split up and she had to go between the different households and things like that. She says she struggled with finding someone to relate to, amongst the siblings. And she just felt like the Lone Ranger. So, now fast forward as an adult, it's about being in control because for her, that's her safe place to just be in control and to try her best to control the narrative. And a lot of times she's not in control. She's never really in control. She just thinks she is. And this is what keeps her going. She has to feel like she's in control. It's just her own safety mechanism. Like, it's like she got to feel in control because she remembers when she felt like she wasn't in control and it didn't make her feel good. So now it's on this, she's on this tip of, I got to be in control. I got to control this. I got to control that or whatever, because she thinks that her happiness is tied to it when actually it's her misery that's tied to it. The more Rose releases and relinquishes that need, that feeling to be in control, the more relief I feel like she's going to have, the more sense of peace she's going to feel like she's going to be able to have. She'll be able to exhale, because sometimes it's just that simple. What they say, let go and let go and let God. That's a real thing. Sometimes we got to do that. I know I've been there before when I know what it is to want to be in control, and to what helped me to move away from having to be in control like that is just being married and understanding partnership and what that looks like, and the roles of a man and as a leader. And if I chose to be with this person, I need to be that it should be because I trusted that they can lead. So that is where my ability to release came from, because up until then it was about the control. And it's hereditary, with siblings, mama, like it's hereditary. It's the control. I'm sure it's hereditary from Rose. I'm sure we review her mother's content. Rose is truly her mother child. I've never reviewed any content too much with the dad to kind of pick up how he is, but she's definitely her mother child. So these are, a lot of these traits can be hereditary. It's learned behaviors. And, so me being married for 20 years this year, it's taught me a lot. It taught me that how to work, with others, to work with a partner, to not have to be right, to not have to be in control, all those things. This is what it's taught me over these 20 years. And I've just been married this long. We were together 4 years before that. So I've learned a lot just in my relationship. You just, and that's what it's supposed to be about. You're supposed to learn. You're supposed to learn. And maybe that's, what Champagne pulled from, why she was able to stay in her marriage as long as she was with all this nonsense, because she just learned to, what it is to fight and to stand by her man and to not give up. Like, it's a lot of things you learn in a relationship, and it can force you to kind of step your game up in a way that you never been called to step it up before. You get tested in a relationship, definitely, especially in a marriage, a God ordained marriage. You get tested. You get tested. You get tested. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Today was a day full of a lot. You all continue to keep the families impacted here in my state of Georgia by this horrific act that took place. And it was a young guy. I don't know where, he looks like he was still a high school student. But he was a kid as well, it's just a sad day for many reasons. Angie R says, I don't think Rose understands that the universe has been sending her messages to take a break and reconsider what she is doing. Example, her computer's broke, camera broke, first petition for TRO denied. Right. Like, it's about the signs. I talked about that, Angie, on one of my walk-in talks. You all make sure you have the you hit like, share, subscribe, and you have that notification bell hit. Sometimes I'll do impromptu lives. I call them walk-in talks. And I'll just, I like to stay active. So I'm either working out in front of a camera. You'll see me on my channel working out live in front of a camera, or sometimes I'll go out and I walk. That's really my fave, walking. But it allows for me to kind of clear my mind. So my walk-in talks, I don't have content or nothing in front of me to kind of distract me. I'm just kind of going deep and just speaking out my thoughts. And I said that it's like there's so many examples and things that are showing up in Rose's life, and she's not taking heed to them. She's missing them. And as I would say, as you sit long enough, he will speak to you. He will reveal to you what it is you need to know. Asking, you shall receive. But Rose is just so busy. She's just missing. She's missing it. She's missing the mark. She's missing all these messages. And Angie, I agree with your comment. Thank you. Monique says, sorry, Sheik, my words just fell in. I was saying she won't allow him to see his kids. I understand. You said, I was sick of Rose last night. Bless Up says, some people don't want deliverance. They love darkness. Right. And you have to be able to recognize it. Champagne said trauma response. Yep. You got to recognize, the dark does not like the light. So you all know if you're darkness or light. The dark does not like the light. And Rose, she's very dark. There's no light shining out there on her. She's very dark. And that's why she's having these type of experiences. And she's going to continue to have these type of experiences until she makes the changes, until she do the inner work. No one's exempt from doing that work, child. Shantae says Rose needs Jesus. Brett is not strong enough for a woman like Rose. Rose needs an alpha male who can put her in her place. I agree. Most women, that's what they desire, a male, an assertive male, a man who's not going to allow for them to run over them. I don't know any woman that don't prefer a man like that. Rose have talked about she wished, Brett would say it with his chest more and things like that. Rose mama said she wished Brett would say it with his chest more. So Rose does not like how docile Brett is, but she appreciated when she has the advantage when she can control the narrative. So she's over there running the show. So she appreciates it then. She wants to pick and choose when she wants him to poke his chest out. Africana said Rose needs to drop out of that university, you're enrolled in. You're getting bad advice. The professor doesn't have your best interest at heart. Energy attracts energy. Misery wants company. Kim says she's not going to let go because she loves the attention. I agree. TNT said, I bet you Brett doesn't date any more sisters after that. I said that. I feel like it's a one and done. I think he said he might have dated somebody black before, but I feel like it ain't been nobody like Rose. So this is definitely a one and done. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. Do not be a repeat offender. No repeat offenders over here. Pepper's Place says at Pink Angels, there's a video circulating where she is telling Brett that their financial records are being requested by the state to enroll Race into the 4-year program. Brett is trying to get her. Okay. Interesting. Monique says they manufacture stories to convince themselves they need to have this control. Yeah. Bro Matt says Champagne, contact Judge Fifi. She will be great witness for you. She has all the recordings of Cactus asking Fifi to harass you. Yes, yes, and yes. Judge Fifi says she will help. Kim says, was he a black or white shirt? He was white. And from what I've learned, I think there had been reports made on him to authorities pertaining to his mentals, I think as recent as maybe like a year ago. So usually we'll see that when there's a shooter, it ends up coming out that there was reports of this particular person being unstable. Y'all know how I go. And it'll be like, why? They should have been off the street, or you should, so just so you know, this is basically seem like it's going down the path of being that way, where you'll start to see or hear these stories of where there was signs that this person wasn't healthy minded. And then the questions start coming in as to, well, why were they on the street? So yeah, so just so you know that, but everything is still unfolding, but that's just a little bit, that I have, come to learn pertaining to this young man. But he looks like he was about 16, 17. He looks like he's a high schooler. But I'm not sure if he was a student. When everything was going down, it was believed that he wasn't an actual student of that high school. I don't know how they were able to determine that so quickly, but I haven't heard confirmation yet as to if he was actually a student of that actual high school where everything went down at. But I did see a picture and he looks really young. Like he has kind of like a baby face, 16, 17. He looks young. He looks very young. Pepper Spray says Brett is trying to tell us to shut up, but she won't. It's usually the minute that trips people up. They're very detailed. My. Blessed Up says God says pride comes before the fall. Rose will fall hard. She's too prideful to wholeheartedly apologize to others. She calls this unnecessary drama with all over a man marrying greater than her. Champagne says, have a great night, everyone. And she appreciate. Thank you for coming through. So we covered a lot. We didn't even keep it too long. It's been a little over 2 hours, so I'm not going to keep everyone. It's TNT said they said he was 14. I knew he looked young. I didn't think he was that young. But yeah, I didn't think he was that young. I wonder, was he in high school still? Because I figured he was at least in high school, but he did have like a baby a baby face. He actually didn't even look like, sometimes you all will see pictures of some of the kids who are the perpetrators, and they got this disturbed look. He didn't have that look to me. Like I thought, I think I find him to be a very nice looking, young boy. He just didn't have like a look of someone who's struggling with mental health, or y'all know that look, child. Don't play me. Y'all know that look. A lot of times these, these young shooters will have. He didn't have that look to me. He didn't have that. He didn't have that look. He looked like just a regular kid that I see in my community. And I can't say the same for some of the other, shooters that we've had where they look normal. No, I don't usually ever say they look normal. They usually look strange. But this kid, no, he didn't have that kind of look. So you guys can kind of Google him, look at the picture, look at his picture. But I'm sure, a lot's going to be unfolding, over the coming days, weeks, months, y'all. This is huge. This is huge. So yeah, so he probably my daughter's 14, so he probably was a freshman. Yep, so he can be 14 in high school, so he probably was in ninth grade. Kim says, remember this, white people teach their kids to become great shooters right about birth, that they able to take out many people. Yeah, they do, especially in the South. And in the South, everybody, have weapons here. Georgia's a right to carry state. So just about everybody, strapped up around here. But yes, white people at an early age, while our kids learning rap lyrics and how to twerk, they got them out there in the woods. Practicing. Yep, they got them. I didn't even know that was a part of the Olympics. There was I can't remember the name of it, but until this year that there was a part that deals with shooting. I'd never, I guess, watched that event before. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know they did that. So I guess I just never paid attention to it before. But yeah, they be serious about them guns. They be serious. So yeah, many of you are saying 14. Yeah. It's sad. Be careful. Be vigilant. Take care of one another. That's all we can do. Continue. I always say with Rose and the family over there, keep the Miller's family lifted in prayer. Keep Champagne and her family lifted in prayer. Tosh Mob, anyone. Just pray for one another, because it's the kids, and the children are extension from the parents. So in order for the kids to be good, they got to be in the care of healthy minded people. So that's why we can't skip over praying for the adults who are the caretaker of the youth. And yeah, we're going to continue to follow all of this with Rose. I'm sure, I don't know if she went live today, if today was a quiet day, since she know folks was getting served. So I didn't see her put up anything today before I went live, and I haven't checked since we've been on. But yeah, if she comes out with anything and there's anything, my daughter has soccer practice tomorrow. So I'll probably, while I'm doing my walk, do a walk and talk with you all. So, you all, who've participated in any of those before, enjoy those. And I enjoy doing those. Listen, I get more personal about myself when I do those. I'm a pretty open book, but I like to just show that I'm no different from the next. I'm flawed. I'm imperfect as well. So I share my stories. I share of ways how I can relate to the Rose or some of you. And that's what I speak a lot from, just from experience and knowing, and just kind of been there, done that. So as I talk about control, I know what it is to want to be in control and to struggle with relinquishing it. But I also know what it is, or how it feels, to finally relinquish that control and have a sense of peace on you because you've released it. So when you know, but you have to experience it. Some of you may know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you cannot relate, give it a try. Practice releasing some of that control, because sometimes it can be so heavy as you try to control everything. And what we can't do, we can't control people. Child, we barely can control these kids. Look what happened with this 14-year-old. I'm pretty sure his parents didn't want him going out there doing the most like he did today. So really, we do the best we can as parents. And that's what we should be. And looks, as we talk about, a lot of parents don't, a lot of parents don't do the best they can, but you should be doing the best you can. That's, you should be doing the best you can for yourself and for children. Because they are the future. They are the future. So, Rose, we got to do better. And yeah, we're going to continue to watch all of this as it unfolds, child. Y'all know Judge Fifi, follow her. She's going to be popping on with her receipts. Champagne Spinks, that's her channel, Champagne Spinks. You can go follow her. She says she's going to go live tomorrow. So yes, you will be here for it. And perhaps, we'll do more coverage on her as she shares her journey. So, I don't want it to just be about Rose and hearing what the hell she said. There's other parties involved. So I want to hear their story too. And I want to make sure that it gets circulated. So as I'm growing and my content is getting before more people, I want them to hear the stories of the other people whose lives have kind of crossed with Rose in the Rose's life. Kim says, yep, the children are the future. At least that's what Whitney used to say. Child, that is what she said. That's what Whitney said. Whitney said the children are our future. And I believe her. They are, because we're not going to be here forever. We're not going to be here forever. And you only get one time to show up for your children. So you just got to try to get it right. You got to try to get it right. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. But every day, we just want to wake up and put our best foot forward and hold ourselves and one another accountable. And that's what we do over here as the honor students. So thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you have the notification bell on so you know when I go live. I don't have anything scheduled as of yet, but y'all know how I do over here. It's just a matter of time. So usually when I do my walk-in chat, y'all just pop up. So definitely make sure you have the notification bell hit. So when I go live, you start getting that notification and just come on in, because I just get to go. And y'all know I come out the gate talking. I come out the gate. So yeah, my walk-in talks are pretty much impromptu. And I actually like it like that. It's not so planned. I like to just pop up on y'all. Keep you on your toes. Keep you on your toes. But, my longer lives and like this, I'll try to give as much time as I can to schedule it. Tonight, it was just not that much notice because it was breaking news. This was like breaking news over here. But I thank you all for showing up. It was a lot of you that came through. So I'm curious. Let me see. Y'all, I think y'all have been doing me right by my likes. I hadn't even been checking them in a while. So I think, I had a good day. It looks like 131. So I had a pretty good evening with the likes. It's 144 of you still here. So I want you all to have a good night. So like, share, subscribe. If you want to show me any monetary support, you can send me a super chat, Cashapp, $Speak50. But just a like, share, subscribe. Child, it's the little things. It's the little things, the free 99 things I'm here for. I'm growing. Road to 5,000 subscribers. We're on our way, and I cannot do it without you all. So thank you to each and every one of you. You all take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. I am Sheik from Sheik Speaks, and I will catch you on the next broadcast. Peace.